Well, the wonderful sum of £30,000 which you've raised is to help Christians in the Middle East. And in particular, half of that will go to help Sister Annie, who's working in Aleppo and also in Damascus. Aleppo is caring for 1,300 families, and they're providing them with food, they provide them with warm clothes in winter, fuel, and they're visiting them with their team of volunteers. So it's sustaining the Christian presence in the Middle East, particularly in Aleppo and elsewhere in Syria. But also some of this money will go to help some of the Christians who are beginning to return now to the Nineveh plains in Iraq, from northern Iraq.
You've obviously seen the situation develop, so what are the particular challenges facing aid workers on the ground right now?
What we're trying to do is work locally with the people there. So, for instance, Sister Annie, she has her volunteers, she's working with teams of people there whom she knows, who we know, we visited, and we have a priest who's going back to Aleppo, Father Ziad Halal, who's helping coordinate the help of, this Jesuit priest, helping coordinate the help of aid to the church in need there in Aleppo. And again, the model in Iraq is working with the local people under the bishops ecumenically between, for instance, Iraq, the Nineveh Reconstruction Committee. If you look at the situation, it's very complicated in the Nineveh plains, for example. Some areas, some of the villages are under the control of in the Kurdish region, some under the Iraqi government, and you have to deal with it case by case. But they know the needs on the ground, getting the help through, reporting back. I can assure you that this whole sum of £30,000 is going to be used to provide aid for Christians in the Middle East. We had a sponsor here who helped with some of the printing, so the no costs, thanks to that kind sponsor, will come out of that, and we will ensure that the whole sum goes without any deduction to help these projects there in the Middle East. So it's really sustaining that presence is absolutely wonderful. It is fantastic. It's a real witness to the love and kindness of Gibraltarians here. And it means more than we can ever say to those who are going to be helped.
I never imagined that we'll raise this kind of money. I know that Gibraltarians are very, very generous, but when you think that the appeal went to a restricted number of people, those who come to Mass, really, although it then spread in the schools, and it was ecumenical also in a way, because I talked to the dean, to the Church of Scotland pastor, and also to the Methodist minister, and they all agreed that they'll help. And actually, all the Christian communities in Gibraltar contributed to this project. But still, I figure out that 30,000 is practically £1 each person. Now, obviously, not each person gave a pound, but that's more or less the average. And for such a small community, I think it's amazing, really. If this happens in every community when there is an appeal, imagine the amount of money that will be raised.